Continuing the trend of finding games for the Switch that have pretty much no real reviews comes Let's Play Curling, a curling game that came out last year and even has a physical edition. Let's Play Curling was published by Imagineer, a Japanese studio best known most recently for its fitness boxing games. Does Let's Play Curling provide enough entertainment to warrant a purchase, especially at its $40 price tag? Stay tuned to find out. In Let's Play Curling, you will find a very accurate representation of the sport of curling. This is not an arcade sports game at all, like the trailer here may want you to think. Take a look at this.
The Roaring Game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's Play Curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Despite all that energy, Let's Play Curling is a true-to-life simulation of the sport. This is great if you already love curling, but in case you didn't know already, curling isn't exactly the most exciting thing to watch. And I have to say, it's not really any more fun to play as a video game. When selecting where to throw your stones, the game uses a simple power meter after aiming left or right, but it's so simple that there is next to no actual challenge for placing your throws. Yes, there's a sweeping mechanic, which is a fine motion control novelty, but there is still a lack of a challenge when aiming. Because of these simple controls, this makes the game very technical, meaning you really have to outthink your opponent about where to aim. I wish there was something more skill related, a physicality element maybe added to the control scheme to make it more difficult or more fun and hence more rewarding to get the perfect throw. Like a game would be way more fun if it had a Switch or Wii bowling style throw that you could try to master. This would take the relatively boring sport like curling and make it more exciting in video game form. In terms of actual content, after completing a tutorial that shows you the basics of the sport, there are essentially 4 game modes for you to participate in. This includes a single-player championship mode, a local versus mode, a mission mode where you have to curl your way out of some set puzzles, and finally a minigame mode where you can play either tic-tac-toe or something called Penguin Pool. None of these are particularly exciting, which isn't ideal given that the game is really focused on just curling, with the exception of the mission modes, which is a nice break from the regular curling experience, or Penguin Pool, a minigame where you try to bump penguins into scoring zones, almost like skee-ball. Penguin Pool is legitimately fun to play in single or 2-player, which makes me wish the game featured more of these minigames. Before I get to the final score, I want to point out that the developers took curling very seriously with this game, evidenced by a deep glossary of curling info. That video trailer I showed you earlier actually contains 4 of the world's best curlers from 4 different countries, and the developers partnered with both the Japan and Canadian curling associations to make sure the game was accurate. So if you want to dive deep into curling terminology, then there is plenty to learn with this experience. Whether that's fun or not, your miles will vary. In the end, Let's Play Curling is a technically adequate and surprisingly informative representation of the sport. There are some fun game modes like Penguin Pool or Mission Curling, but these are not really enough to lift the game upwards to the attention of anyone besides curling fans, especially at a high price point of $40. The control scheme is just not engaging enough, and when combined with a sport that could use a little bit of excitement, results in a functional game that just isn't very fun. Thanks for watching, folks.